Manchester United supporters have called on Erik ten Hag to include Marcel Sabitzer in his starting lineup for the Premier League clash with Crystal Palace on Saturday afternoon. The Reds signed the Austrian midfielder from Bayern Munich on loan until the end of the season, with the 28-year-old coming in as cover for Christian Eriksen, who is sidelined with an injury until late April at the earliest. Sabitzer, who arrived on transfer deadline day, had made 24 appearances for the German Giants in the first half of the campaign. United are currently fourth in the Premier League table, but sit level on points with third-placed Newcastle. Erik ten Hag's men are the only top-flight side still competing on all four fronts and secured their place in the Carabao Cup final with a convincing 5-0 aggregate victory over Nottingham Forest in their semi-final tie. With the Reds playing before Newcastle on Saturday, ten Hag's side have a chance to leapfrog the Magpies in the table, even if just for a few hours. Here's how men reading United fans think the team should line up. Unsurprisingly, United supporters want to see Spanish goalkeeper David De Gea start against Palace on Saturday. The 32-year-old, who has featured in every single Premier League match so far this season, has recorded 9 clean sheets this term. Only Nick Pope and Aaron Ramsdale have kept more clean sheets than the Reds ace, and he will be hoping to register his 9th against the Eagles. Diogo Dalot could potentially return to the United squad after being sidelined with an injury, but Aaron Wan-Bissaka is still likely to start at right back. He has been impressive since coming into the side and Reds fans want him to continue on the right. Meanwhile, Luke Shaw, who played the full 90 minutes against Forest in midweek, has been back to play at left back. At the heart of defense, Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane remain the first-choice centre-back pairing and should therefore both start against Palace. Varane announced his retirement from international football earlier this week, which will come as a boost for United in the long run. Despite the player having just joined the club, United fans want Sabitzer to start. The Austrian midfielder has plenty of minutes under his belt this campaign, but it would come as somewhat of a surprise to see him in the starting lineup. While Fred is expected to start, Reds supporters are desperate to see the new arrival. Casemiro and Bruno Fernandes, meanwhile, are almost certain to start. Both Eriksen and Scott McTominay are out injured, so it is vital that ten Hag doesn't lose any more midfielders. The loss of the Dane is a blow, but Fernandes and Casemiro have been electric this season and are important cogs in the wheel. Jadon Sancho made his return to action against Forest in midweek, but it is Antony who has been tipped to start against Palace after his impressive FA Cup display against Reading last weekend. The Brazilian will be under pressure to deliver, but the increased options on the wing is a bonus for the Reds. On the other flank, Marcus Rashford, who has registered 18 goals this season, is bound to have an influence on the result. United fans could have gone with Wout Weghorst up front, but they want to see Anthony Martial. The Frenchman has scored 6 goals this campaign, but he has only made 14 appearances and has struggled with injury.